And here we are again, but the server for some reason did not load, and we're just waiting till the admin fires up game number 2 again. So yeah, Volvo, please. Still, I'm still kinda in the excited mode of game number 1. If you asked me just 2-3 minutes before that frame went down, does he still have a chance? I was like, not even 50-50, because Kawaii just looked too good. But this gambling of buybacks in the end, getting a heavy beating and then killing them again after their buybacks in their base, was just amazing. So yeah, sometimes that's all you need to win the game, especially when it goes that late. Either way, guys, now we're firing up. We should be in just a second, and oh, never mind that. Fuck me sideways. Are you with me, dear Swordfish?
I am, but I don't know what to say. It'll fuck me sideways.
Yeah, I mean, Volvo.
Yeah. Hua is already.
We have to do this a second time. The third one is the lucky charm. Come on, give it to us.
Cross your fingers, boys. Let's get a match.
So let's see what's happening now.
Yeah.
Try number 3 for game number 2.
We got it. At least I got it.
You got a good
oh,
feeling?
they have Nihis this time, actually. I didn't even see that.
Yep, Nihis is coming in. At least no Stan anymore in this spot. We have to actually see who is who. So, overlay on to the draft. So this is game number 1 in the best of 3 Join Dota League Season 4, the playoffs. HEHE United versus Kawaii. He took game number 1, but it was open for both sides all the way. And it even looked really bad for HEHE at the end, but with a high stake gamble, they fought back and they thrown them directly into the mid, into the deep, however you want to call it. That was an exciting fight. So let's see where this one is going. Kawaii, they ban out right away the Axe. So bad experience from last game, even though the Axe didn't have the highest, I don't know, impact on the game.
Yes, it's interesting. I guess, I mean, he did, to some extent, he did do some things, and they were kind of scared. They put a lot of psychological pressure. I don't think it was that great, though. I agree with you. But I guess Kawaii doesn't want to fight him again.
Yep. And also the Viper, HEHE United. So, I mean, the Viper was really, really awkward. I mean, for HEHE United. He kited them quite well. And the Viper, I mean, remember that 3 versus 1 engagement where they paid with 3 just for a Viper kill, and the Viper kill just happened because the courier wasn't fast enough to deliver the Yules. So either way, they're gonna go for those bans with a nice memory of game number 1. It's not gonna happen, but we have new bans coming out. The center as well as the prot are being banned, and now we have new heroes. Vengeful Spirit is kinda an old one, but was picked up by Kawaii last game. The Tidehunter and the Brewmaster now by Kawaii. A complete new set of heroes. 2 new faces to the draft, and I'm kinda excited. Brewmaster, well, I hate this hero personally, but of course it's a good one if you can actually play him. I'm so horrible with him, that's probably why I hate him.
I mean, Combine the Tidehunter is a really solid duo. Those 2 heroes which should win you the game really by themselves. That Ravage plus, I mean, they're just so good. Once you get into the mid game, if you're HEHE, just get so scared of these 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, let's see. We have 1 big fat ultimate. We have the Brewmaster, our mid candidate. I don't think we're gonna send him into the offlane. Even though, if we look back on game number 1, we were like, a Jugger offlane. It wasn't like too amazing. He couldn't defend the tier 1 tower. He was just stalling here and there some time, but he came into this game, and in the end, he was like a very formidable core for Kawaii. I mean, the right clicks were real. Mask of Madness build with the Aghanims, which came out at like, what, 25-30 minutes into the game, and then from there on, he really started go for right clicks. I mean, that's what you want from an offlane. That's why I like to put such heroes into the offlane, that when it goes late, you have suddenly a 3rd core. And that's why I also thought Kawaii has a better stand in the late game, but apparently he lectured me on this one. Either way, Juggernaut now coming up for HEHE United.
I agree with you completely. I like that pick, and I think the last team fight, like, the lack of Omniscience was just so important for them. And if they go for the Aghanims build again, I think they should be good. I haven't seen them run Juggernaut, to be fair. I haven't seen him, but they do run like every hero, so that's not much to be said about HEHE. Either way, Kawaii is going for a much safer draft this time. Do you think they have anything special in mind?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, of course, we have a Tide Hunter in the offlane, Brewmaster in the mid. That's how it looks at the moment. Very, very traditional. So we get something like a heavy core for our safe lane. Then maybe something a semi-jungler, maybe another big fat ultimate. I mean, there's one thing he has to face, and that's definitely the Brewmaster. How to get the Brewmaster down before the ultimate comes out. Omnislash is of course something nice. But the problem is you need someone who locks him down, and of course if the Brewmaster is getting locked down, you have to face a big fat Ravage interrupting your lockdown circle. And that's the biggest problem they face at the moment, which means I would like to see for HEHE some more stuns, and of course a nice core for the mid. But I can't really think of anything. To be honest, the Sand King I wouldn't mind it this game again, because it would be nice, like opening Burrow Strike into Magic Missile and then the damage on the Brewmaster. It should suffice, like getting him down there, but then again you never know what's happening in all these fights. We have the second ban duration through, and it is, well, Razor being banned out as well as the PA, so no fat crits today. And on the other side they focus completely on supports at the moment. They ban the typical HEHE Wisp as well as the Disruptor. Okay, that's definitely interesting. I mean, the Disruptor is definitely a protection ban just for the Brewmaster.
Yeah, the Disruptor, I mean, they're really, really impactful supports of the game, and they're going for their own impactful support, Dazzle, which is quite crazy. And now your strategy of stunning Brewmaster and killing him is going to be quite harder, because that Shadow Glaive is going to keep him alive no matter what. So I think the only way to go for HEHE right now is going for Silence, maybe Doom, actually. Doom does not seem like that bad of an item, of a guy right now. Especially Refresher Ags Doom, which is somewhat popular nowadays.
And I definitely like it that they pick up the Dazzle, because if the Dazzle actually managed to get like that Shallow Crave on the Brewmaster, at the moment there's nothing, absolutely nothing he can do. Eventually the Brewmaster will always get his ultimate off unless you burst the Brewmaster down and at the same time you somehow get the Dazzle out of range, silenced or disabled. And that's of course a hard scenario, because I mean you have to lock down one target already, locking down a second one and playing around a Ravage, that's kinda impossible. So for now he has to sort of accept the fact that we have to deal with the Brewmaster ultimate, and well, they pick up a Drow Ranger, and I think that is there a Visage coming out?
I mean,
it would be a nice synergy for sure.
I mean, they already went for the Super Aura team, which is Drow and Bench, which is actually a really powerful combination. A Visage would not be bad. I think if they're not picking it out, it's definitely going to get banned by Kawaii. Maybe they just want to instill the fear to make them ban a Visage, maybe it's not in their plan. The Troll is also a very interesting ban. A very interesting pick. What do you think of this hero?
I definitely like it. I mean, Troll as a core is always nice. Like the team synergy is always there. Ooh. Easy Roshan on him, by himself if he has like a nice lifesteal up or someone else running the lifesteal. The Brewmaster might run a flats, for example. So that's definitely something easy to go for. Plus, of course, if we see a Brewmaster who orientates then later into the game, going for a right-click build, which is at the moment even the more popular build, then of course he benefits from the Troll Warlord as well. I mean, his ultimate is just sick, especially if you siege and you actually have the opportunity to hit the towers. It's just crazy. Once Troll is locking down on a target, that's quite insane. But we've been talking about lockdown, or at least I have been, and now we have, well, quite something. We have Vengeful Swap, we have of course the Magic Missile, now we have Gust as a silence, and we have an Invoker where we have a question mark, of course, in what direction is he going for. Quaswex might be not too bad, even though I don't think it doesn't have, well, it won't have too much impact on this game, but let's see. Bounty Hunter, now it gets interesting. So far everything has been standard, but the Bounty Hunter now is unexpected.
Well, I mean, Troll is not that standard either, to be entirely fair. But yeah, I agree with you. The bounty actually is really good because it allows him to go for a lot of kills. It's a support bounty, Cloud9 style, so that track can be really powerful, going to give him a lot of early game aggression. And that combined with a Brewmaster, they can snowball easily into the mid game. That's actually quite good pickup. I really love support bounties. It's one of my favorites. On that note, by the way, the Invoker, a Quaswex Invoker, if you get them with a Tornado EMP on Brewmaster and Tidehunter, I think that's teamfights win. Like, you win the teamfight for sure. So, that take into consideration. I think it's the Invoker build to go for this game, despite the Drow Aura.
Definitely, and well, with the Bounty Hunter there's also one thing, the gold. The gold is something we should not ignore. It has been, for himself, it has been buffed. That's what I definitely like about it, but also for the team. I mean, we have with the Brewmaster is mostly, I mean, if he uses his ultimate and he gets a proper combo off, it's 90% a kill. And if that's of course scouted out by the bounty hunter and there is a track on him, that's easy gold for both of them involved there. So I definitely like it. Gold wise, Kawaii has of course a nice stand here, and the Dream Protector as the last one, I'm not sure if I like it, simply for the reason you pick it into a bounty hunter. That means, I mean, if we see a tree nowadays, which is kind of a rare thing to see for casters and viewers alike, I mean, we see them playing around with Nature Skies all the time. Just yesterday, D2L, for all those who watched it, D2L, Fear, I think, played the tree. And, well, Nature Skies is definitely another option here with the Bounty Hunter if he catches you. Either way, let's introduce them really fast for the people who just came into the cast here.
Alright, well, again, this time I'll take Kawaii once more time. And we'll have Supercell on the Troll Warlord as the carry. Supporting him will be the Durham on DJ Durham on the Dazzle, and Sai on the Bounty Hunter. Then in the mid position is probably gonna be the Brewmaster played by Princess, and finally the off lane is gonna be Wing Zero playing that Tide Hunter.
Yep, and we come to the point where I want to introduce HEHE, but they might already find someone. Durham, however, he is on a 305 movement speed, which means no chance for the Juggernaut to catch up because they have exactly the same. However, we might have, with the boots and the Dream Protector, the slow we needed, but that's the problem. Why don't you send the guy who actually has the boots in front of the entire gank train? That's why I don't understand, because the Dazzle would have been an easy kill. However, we have hide and seek situation. I'm gonna introduce them because nothing's really happening. They're gonna secure a rune each. Yep. We have Nihis who just joined into this fight. Oh, never mind. Actually, we have an opening here on Nihis, and of course, level 1 Invoker is not that crazy. He's gonna get the 3 balls up, and of course, there is the armor, but wow, the last right click, and there is Durham's first blood. That's an easy start. Oh, never mind. The Bounty Hunter actually got it, so I'm starting like icy. I am blind. Either way, introducing him really fast, we have the Shadow Fiend from last game is now suddenly a Dream Protector since Nihis returned into the whole thing. Hava is now on a Juggernaut. We have in the mid Nihis on the Invoker who just died. Fun is on the Vengeful Spirit, and in top we have the VNP GNS. I still don't know the name. I didn't have time in the lobby to ask, but yeah, that's the lineup we run. Kawaii started very nicely with that first spot on the Volker, level 1 Volker. It's nothing you can do.
It's much bigger than it seems though, because the Bounty Hunter is one of the supports, one of the few supports that can actually snowball really well. And if he continues this ganking spree, and he's going to go on Invoker again, who went for level 1 EMP. Actually kind of weird. He was forced to take that because of he was forced to take Wex level 1, which is not usual for Invoker. Usually go Quaz, but with this, they can actually gank him quite easily without the Cold Blood. It's going to be kind of hard. He's not going to be able to be aggressive either. He needs the Quaz rather soon.
Oh, look at Hava being super aggressive, but oh, there's the bash directly in the Blade Fury. That's an easy kill. Now with the axes, but the stun, the tree is going down at the same second. Jesus Christ, but however, still a better trade for Kawaii. Absolutely. Getting both offliners here down, and that only for a price of the Troll, who is already back into the fray here. That's absolutely fine for Kawaii.
Was it the same thing that happened last game, where Kawaii started dominating early?
Yep, pretty much. But oh my goodness,
like that.
I completely missed that. Like I was sleeping, was looking at the chat, and top they got the kill. Gosh, level 1 came in there to play. That's of course definitely nice. And well, a draw ranger, also a hero that can't really do anything. And this Bounty Hunter, like I was so surprised that we see it, but it's paying off already. Like securing the first blood, being involved in the second kill, harass on the Invoker so that the Brewmaster is doing his job in the mid. And the other lane is also doing fine for Kawaii. So yeah, at the moment, like you can't really ask for a better start. The second runes are coming up. One went already to, I think, the Dream Protector. Never mind that. Actually, Durham got it, and the top one, nobody's claiming it yet. But let's see. Do we have? Bottle is soon on the way for the Brewmaster, and of course the Invoker. He's not heading for it because he can't. He just can't. If he's slowed and the Bounty Hunter is in range, then it's again another kill.
Only issue with the Bounty Hunter I have right now is the fact that support bounty usually want to go for the boots first, perhaps alternatively now they're going to go down.
You see it again, engaging here. The guy's buying some time, but if they have more right clicks, nope, they decide to go back. There is the Frost Arrow coming out, just some harass, but in theory they can just turn around. Like another slow, and that might be it. Also a slow in the bottom lane. It was just on the Dream Protector, but at the moment, like I mean, the whole thing transformed into a tri lane. But, well, the Troll and the Dazzle, they're doing absolutely fine. holding absolutely against it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the bounty. Really, not only is it the pressure that he's putting actually physically, but it's also psychological pressure. Except for the bottom lane, they're all kind of unsafe. The bounty really needs to start rotating though a little bit more, because otherwise they'll lose that advantage. You can see the Invoker's already playing a little bit with the Brewmaster, and he's starting to regain back his lane presence somewhat. I mean, starting to.
Yeah,
but
I mean, this
now
Brewmaster, he's level 4. Oh, never mind, top. Yeah, they're gonna go for the draw range, and that's the easy one, but the Titan might pay for it. One more tower is required. Never mind that. 20 HP, and there was already a tango ticking. So he's actually surviving this. Too tanky, that beast.
Really good, yeah, this is the level 2 Kraken Shell going for that. Really smart on his part. On top of that, the bounty already went for an urn, so now every kill is going to be capitalized into not only
oh, look at this. Do they go for the Dream Protector here? It doesn't have Nature's Skies. The axe is actually hitting him. Now the question is, do they have enough right clicks? That what they need is a big fat right click, but through the armor, that's not quite possible. They're going to settle for some, well, some harass damage more or less, but this was really on the edge. So in the end, we have the Jugger as well as the Dream Protector. They have to go back already. Like this Dazzle and Troll combination is, I don't know, it's in a very good position. Too good actually for HEHE.
Yeah, but that's, you know, if they don't get completely crushed in the beginning by this Bounty Hunter, because it does kind of rely on them getting a little bit of levels and whatnot, and the Drow is just kind of, I mean, he's having a hard time considering he's dead twice already, especially with the farm.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the problem with the Draw Ranger is that they can replicate this. Oh, but Durham, oh, he wanted to go in there. They knew the tree has to be somewhere there. They didn't even know that he was still on low HP, but Hava is coming back, instantly using the Blade Fury, and of course getting some nice CS here off. But that's pretty much about it. Like, what I really worry about this Draw Ranger, to finish my thought there, like, he can die any time again. Now with the Titan being level 6, it's even worse. So rotating in the Vengeful Spirit is probably the best thing you can do at the moment. You need the magic missile, like, to help. Otherwise, the Draw Ranger will just die. The Bounty Hunter at the moment, he's just in the mid, but there's a Sentry Ward, and of course the Invoker is now giving it away by just saying hello with 2 right clicks.
Yeah. Seems like right now, the guys at HEHE are finally stabilizing somewhat, now that the Bounty Hunter is not that aggressive anymore. But he's kind of back top, and they had to rotate the Vengeful just to be there, just to take care of the Drow. Do you think it is quite the loss for the guys at HEHE?
Sorry, what?
Do you think this is quite the loss for the guys at HEHE, being forced to rotate their supports from bottom?
Well, I mean, they didn't achieve anything in bottom, so why not? And there's now a Sentry Ward protecting top as well. The Bounty Hunter actually, well, he's on the edge of the Sentry Ward at the moment, but they saw him, and that's all they needed. So the Draw Ranger is now really, really careful with what he's doing, and the Vengeful Spirit is there as a backup. I really thought they might replicate or like put the Draw Ranger even more under pressure, because if the Draw Ranger is not farming, he is pretty much screwed. That's the biggest problem. Then they have to rely on the damage that's coming from the Juggernaut, but Juggernaut is not the most reliable core ever when it comes to like right clicks, because you can just kite him too well. So let's see what's happening here. With the 5-1, he slowed down the game with their current positioning. But let's see, Bounty Hunter going for the creep skip here. But what else is coming? We have another rotation. It's the tree coming in. He doesn't have Nature's Sky, so it's kind of dangerous what he's doing. But with a 3 versus 2 situation, that might be just enough. Nihi's in the mid. Oh, he wants to go for the Brew, but the Brew has one more bottle charge, and that's easy going. But finally, Nihis is claiming back his lane after it started, well, kind of through and through for him. Oh, look at bottom. The right clicks are real on Hava, but Blade Fury just out. They're gonna focus on the tower, so he can't deny it. And the Troll, again, we have them getting credit for. And, oh, the Dream Protector here. He's not invisible. He doesn't have Nature's Skies. It should be easy kill, but look at the armor. Buying some time here. Now the Bounty Hunter. Oh, with the Ravage use, he can easily get out there. But the problem is the Tide Hunter. Well, if Kraken Shell procs one more time, maybe that's it. But no, the slow should just do the trick, and there it is. The Bounty Hunter staying around, maybe trying to get for something with a kill, and there it is. Like, look at all the burst damage, but he's not going for the right clicks. That was kind of strange that Sai said like, oh, I'm just running away, give Durham the credit, but in the end it was still enough for a kill. Well, in the end, absolutely worth it. Tide Hunter for draw, would you say?
Definitely, I mean, definitely worth it. I mean, even with the Ravage used, it doesn't really matter, and I mean, it's just killing Drow is really important. Another thing to be mentioned though is that Sai needs to really stay near the Drow, Like, it's actually better to stay near the drow. He'll deal less damage considerably, so just do that. Even if you're gonna die, just fight it to the death.
Yeah. And I mean, they got the tree on as a bonus there anyway. And he's in the mid. Well, he had to use just the escape tornado just to get rid of that ProMaster. And well, Hava is rotating in while Nihis is probably going back to the base. Yeah, he can't really do anything. He picks up 2 Sage Masks. That is pretty much a preparation for the Brewmaster. So I guess we're gonna see Orchid, which we expected to come out. But let's see. Top, we have the tree. Still, oh my god, they just used the dust. Just a random dust, and the bounty hunter, no, he was not hit, but oh, he's still on a sentry ward there. It should be soon to slow. The question is now, is that enough? There's no Ravage, and the right clicks are real. Sai is gonna die. He had such a good start, but the Titan that he wants to get that kill on the draw, it's not enough. No Gush available for another 2 seconds. Now he has to run because the Vengeful Spirit is coming in. Where's the magic missile? Do they go for it? Minus armor applied. Is there a second slow? No mana for the Leech Seed at the moment. 20 mana short, but he doesn't even need it. That's just 2 down, and finally he is striking back. That's exactly what they needed to find some freedom here in this game.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's a tree, a huge factor in this game. They're going for that PPD tree build, which is like the super aggressive kind of walking, mashing machine, and it's just, it's doing really well. And I mean, the bounty hunter's doing really well in the beginning, and now actually Drow going on him again. But I mean, if they can shut him down like this, they shouldn't have much trouble. And they'll pause now.
But of course the Draw Ranger, he has to be careful, because right now as he stands, if he gets like a Janata in his face plus a level 3 Shuriken Toss, which is the build the Bounty Hunter is running, which is by the way quite interesting, because I mean Shuriken got buffed, and I still think that the Janata is kinda more damage, because like getting the Shuriken to actually bounce and stuff is kinda a hard thing, because the positioning doesn't mostly apply to it. But yeah, I mean, for Kawaii, it really runs well though, because we have also the Troll Warlord now here. Just show him in the jungle. He's going for the camps like on cooldown pretty much. He's farmed the entire jungle, and when the creep wave is coming back, he's going for that as well. He should be quite fine. He still has a lower GPM, for example, than the Draw Ranger, but well, he has lifesteal, PTs, and to be honest, like with 1 point in favor, like you can go for Roshan already. All you need is the timing and of course a smoke probably.
Yeah. That could be quite huge. The Troll Warlord getting the Roche, getting the Aegis allows him to be much more aggressive as well, and that could be the turnaround to the turnaround. Also on the build by Saya, by the way, it's the issue with the Shuriken is really the mana.
Look, he used his ultimate to go for a man fight against the Draw Ranger, but what's happening here? Is there a gust still? There's no gust, no nothing. So the Draw Ranger, nope, he can't really do anything. So that actually ends up in a kill. I don't know what that was, but like pause and unpause and whatnot. Not quite sure what that was.
I mean, as soon as Bounty Hunter started fighting, it was pause. I mean, as soon as the gust came out, so that was a little bit weird, but it doesn't really matter. Either way, the the build of Bounty Hunter is going for it is too mana intensive for him, so unless he's going for Arcane, it's kind of a weird build, to be honest. Like you said, usually you don't even go for lows in Janata, you actually go for lows in Shadow Walk. It's probably the best build because it allows you to gank a little more often. But either way, Bounty Hunter's already going for a weird support bounty build, so I'm not going to judge him. He clearly knows what he's doing.
Well, we're going to see. I mean, so far it's absolutely working out, and maybe it's even working out here on the Juggernaut. Do we see a Ravage spent on this? I mean, at the moment played for it just to get away. But of course, well, if you follow him here, you risk a Omni Slash. The Omni Slash is still something you can use just, I don't know, when they dive the tower. So in the end, well, it's not going to have any effect. The Troll even used his ultimate for that. Now in the mid, there's invisibility here, and the Brewmaster. Does he have enough mana? No! Nothing left. Absolutely dry. His mana pool was 0 after this, and easy kill here on the Brewmaster.
It's that EMP Tornado is just so powerful. Imagine if you catch Tidehunter and Brewmaster in that. They can't do anything. That's a win. That's a win for you in the team fights. So I mean, it's really up to Nihis if they can win the team fights. He's gonna be the key element here.
They need sticks. They need sticks badly in this game, because you just said it. If this Invoker actually manages to get like a proper opening, maybe even on both, that's really, really bad news for them. So what they need is sticks, gather some charges. But I think in the mid we're gonna see here something on the Invoker. I mean, there's the first slow. The second slow will come by Janata. Well, that's absolutely enough. And they're even gonna get like the nice little track bonus here. That is, how much is it actually now after all said and done? This is 50 for allies and the 200 for him. So Self got buffed in the patch. And by the way, I talked about Roshan and Troll. he actually went for a Dominator now. And of course with the Alpha Wolf and then Roshan, that's an easy one. Absolutely easy one.
Yeah, which is kind of great. That's going to give also a little boost to gold for their team as well. Top of the gold that Bounty Hunter's already giving. The guys in Kawaii are going to be swimming in gold in little time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was in the mid that was just, like, for one kill, you get the standard. I mean, the standard gold for, for the kill on Nihis, that's like, what, 200 something? Then you get 200 gold on the Bounty Hunter, and on top of that you get 150 gold, I think it was even more, 200 gold for the rest of the team. Yeah. So in the end that was an awesome swap. But we have an opening here on the Train Protector. He can't run anywhere. There's the slow direct. It should be enough. He even uses the Brewmaster ultimate, so he wants to go for the next target already as the Troll is joining in. That's 2 down for HEHE, and the question is, do they find more? This TP, it has to be interrupted, otherwise you're just running face first into a chainsaw, so it's not gonna happen. Hava, well, he's pushing at the moment, but, well, when you compare the speed, it's just not gonna happen. He's even going back.
Earlier combination, you saw that team fight, as well as the fact that the Dazzle went for the Shadow Wave build, which is the most damaging build, actually, even though people think it's the Poison Touch one. And combining with the Spirits there, it's actually going to be a huge nuke if they manage to get on anyone there. If they don't grab any BKBs, and HEHE doesn't really have BKB carriers. So it's going to be, I mean, even actually with BKB doesn't really matter, the Shadow Wave. So I don't know, they have a really good team fight right now.
Oh, what is he doing? The Train Protector running in, using his ultimate, but still, he's still slowed. Once they come out of this ultimate, that should be easy. They also have 2 Blink Daggers to work with, so he's going down. An EMP, not hitting on anyone. Now they want to get the Throw Ranger. So much damage up on him. Maybe it's enough for a kill on the Bounty Hunter, but no. Shallow Crave is protecting him there. Now Invoker being slowed. What they need is another slow, and there the axes are flying, and the Brewmaster is going to finish it off. The Juggernaut coming in, but even if he uses Omnislash right now, right here, it's not going to work. He's not even finishing his Blade Fury. He's just dying on the Y before he can even say Omnislash. So if we sum this up, we saw a nice gank in the mid, ending up in a tier 1 tower. They got the tier 2 tower and 4 kills on top of it, and now they just fall back. I don't even want to show the gold craft, but I have to since we're the caster, and this equalizes 12k gold advantage. The whole process from 4k to 10k that happened in the last 2 minutes. It's absolutely insane.
Well, last time HEHE managed to make it out of this one, actually win the fight. I mean, win the game, actually. Do you think they're going to be able to do that this game too?
Well, I mean, last game they showed how easy it is to like make a sudden comeback, but the problem is, if you looked at the graphs last game, it was always in the range of like plus minus 5k. Sometimes there were even no, never mind. The Troll Warlock got the kill here on the Juggernaut. I just glimpsed it with the camera, but now he's gonna pay for it. I mean, the first life goes to the Aegis, but the problem is he's surrounded. You're absolutely surrounded. On the ground, no, never mind that. He still has, well, the Shadow Blade, but the ultimate locking him in place, and Shadow Blade, there's the vision. The Durham helping him out, but at the moment they just try to turn it around. It's enough for a Joe kill. He's still alive! He's still alive somehow, and now they want to go for the Train Protector. He's still not down in the end. Well, the Troll finally dies, but the problem is there's so much else happening at the moment. The Omnislash eating up Durham, and the Titan, he's gonna settle for that kill on the tree, but he also has to pay for it. So he makes a nice little return here at the moment, but beautiful tornado at the moment. The ultimate is coming out, and there we have a tracked Juggernaut with no Play Fury. That means also an easy kill for the Panda. Even the Urn is ticking on him. In the end, they even have to interrupt that TP. Otherwise, the Vengeful Spirit would have ran just into death as well. So I'm not even sure how much we traded here. Like, fight recap, does it show everything? I think so. 3 for 5?
Yeah.
That should be accurate.
Yeah, it was 3 for 5. Do you think that was a worthwhile trade?
No, that was horrible. Like, they really thought they're gonna kill the troll right after the Aegis, but the problem, it bought so much time. And to be honest, MVP in this fight, even though he was not involved in too much damage, but my MVP is absolutely Durham here. Like, this Shallow Crave, it's just level 2, so the range is fairly limited, but he managed somehow to get into that fight fast enough after the Aegis. And, well, the Troll, never mind that, he just kills a random Drow. But yeah, he killed the Drow in the fight before with that Crave on, and before he died, I don't know how much damage he dished out. It was just insane.
I think you could just tell the Drow is just, oh, actually now Fun in
Oh,
trouble.
look at
Wow,
this!
the Dagon.
The Dagon build coming out. It's absolutely insane. This is the build I run in every fucking pub when I play Bounty Hunter, but I never thought I gonna see it in a real legit game. But sure, if you have such a gold lead, why not? And you see it. For blowing up the Vengeful Spirit, it's absolutely enough. Janata, even the urn being used, make sure you track him before and then finish off with the Dagon. And now, oh my god, they have vision here on the Train Protector. Janata opening and track, just making sure before the rest of the people are joining in. And there we have it. Look at that opening. He almost finished him alone. Well, Hava is probably getting out here, but that's about it. Never mind, the Tornado buying quite some time. The tree still somehow alive. The urn finishing off, but the Titan is gonna pay for it this time. And now Durham, of course, this is bad news. We have an Omni Slash, and he's gonna use it. He's ending up even with the Brewmaster there around, but there's no silence. 2 more seconds were on the Gust, and now, of course, he's trying to turn it around, but he's kind of on a lost cause here. I don't think that's enough damage, but let's see. The Drow, of course, with the urn, taking quite some damage. He's trying to turn it around, but he's not running. He's absolutely not running. Another urn charge track, so that should do the trick. A nice Gust here, but in the end, well, EMP just making sure the retreat is out there. Supercell, he uses everything just before the mana burn is coming through, but yeah, he can't catch up to the Invoker. Well, it's a forth and back all the time. The fights are actually quite amazing, but the problem is Kawaii. They fight just with both, I don't know, both hands and the pistols. Western style, Dagon, urns, everything. The nuke damage is just insane.
Yeah, this Bounty Hunter proving to be like a great support, honestly. Almost finishing the tree off, and I mean, it is a tree after all. So, I don't know. Well, really good team fights by them, even if that one was probably a loss, because it was 1 for 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know. What does HEHE do right now to turn these team fights around? Because the Drow is just dying every single team fight, which is clearly an issue.
I mean, this time at least they kited a bit, but the problem is, I mean, if the Bounty Hunter with his current state of farm, he can just, I don't know, nuke the Venge, almost nuke the Train Protector. I mean, it was not enough. This time he survived, but now he also upgraded his Dagon to level 3, so if they would encounter the tree again, then it might be different, but at the moment the tree standing here protected by his own sentry ward, so it's all fine. But what they see is that there is a Titan Hunter ready to go in, and oh, the Train Protector using that. There's the swap, but the swap is out of the EMP. Still, the troll under focus with the tower here. Invisibility doesn't help you, and the question is, yes, he's going down. Tracks are coming, but there is no turnaround. Omni Slash is still on cooldown. He has stick charges and 9 seconds, so you might want to go for it. We have no Brewmaster ultimate, so that's why they still pursue it. Tornado trying to find something. It's not successfully so. Train Protector, if they have vision on anything, but so many wards, and in the end they're not gonna find anything. But to be honest, for HEHE, it's good news anyway. It's the first time they trade without a disadvantage.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's the best team fight they could get there. They did kill a troll, which is quite major, so I don't know. The Bounty Hunter, though, is getting much more levels on his Dagon. That's a level 4 Dagon already. He can disintegrate the Drow, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty close.
I mean, look at the troll and how much he is worth. I mean, besides gold, he is level 15. So him dying and the entire team for HEHE getting credit, like, we can actually see an amazing experience swap right there. This is like 2k gold swing easily for just one hero, and it was so close to the teeth, that they found even someone more. If just a Tornado or anything would have found a second target, he would have settled for a 2-for-0 trade. But you were asking, can HEHE come back into this game? They absolutely can. Like, this fight just proved it.
Yeah, I mean, HEHE can always come back. That's what they proved us last game, to be honest. And an interesting item I want to talk about is actually the Shadowbolt and the Troll. What do you think of this item? Because it's not that common.
Well, it's not that common. I mean, so far it didn't really work out, but because every time he was under a sentry, and every time he was under a tower. So the reason I don't like the Shadow Blade is because you have a Shadow Hunter. Ha, that's also something new. Hefla just created a new hero. No, but you have a Bounty Hunter on the pitch, so you know the enemy team is anyway loaded with dusts and sentries and whatnot. So that's the only reason I really don't like it. Without the Shadow... Fuck me. Without the Bounty Hunter, everything would be fine. But oh, at the moment, he's opening in the mid. Well, that's no mana for Sai. Never mind, 4 stuff makes it possible to actually escape that mana burn. And now the question is, well, Juggernaut or not. But yeah, definitely a no. Simply because he can just spin to win.
Oh.
Never mind that. Look at the Brewmaster just jumping in. Vengeful Spirit is the target, and Dagon after the track just makes it possible. Do we have another track here on the Invoker and then a follow-up? He is the squishiest target of all. There's the Ravage. Beautiful. And the Anchor Smash just dealing so much damage. The rest of the team just helping there. It's a 3-0 trade and an open window right there to the tier 3 tower. Like, you couldn't ask for more. The timing, it's so efficient right now what they do. The trade is just insane. And I think this might be Rax right early into the game. 22 minutes down.
Yeah, and with a team like HEHE, I don't know if they can deal with these Rax like quite easily. They have some wave clear with Juggernaut and Invoker, but it's not the best and waiting on cooldowns as well. So now Dagon being used on just to put the Juggernaut away.
No, but I love it. I mean, look at the Bounty Hunter. He's having a level 4 Dagon. Level 4 Dagon means only 20-second cooldown. So if you just want to secure that nobody comes actually at you when you do your axes, you can just spam that Dagon. And now, well, there's the level 5 Dagon. Level 5 Dagon is 15 seconds. 15 seconds is nothing. Like, if you survive a fight long enough, you can use it up to 3 times. But yeah, this Roshan, look at this Roshan. It's too fast to cast. He dies so fast. Brewmaster, well, he has no ultimate and anything, but they still want to jump on that Jugger. Oh my god. The Shuriken doesn't get through a long tornado here. Well, the Brewmaster, the EMP won't hit. In the end, they just repel them. That's all they do. But the track is still up on everyone. And let's see, the tree really has to be careful.
The only issue this Bounty Hunter is having is the mana problems. They're not even that big, but that's really the only issue. This Dagon is just helping him so much. This build, which I saw first, I think was Elysium, will run it for the first time. It's just so effective. And now they're gonna take these racks now really easily.
Look at this tower. I mean, it just melted. And of course the Troll, he doesn't have to fear anything. There's an AMP, but oh, they're all just blinking out. The Invoker getting swapped out. That was a nice reaction. But look at the Troll. He doesn't care. Who cares about team fighting when you can do Rax now? Meteor Rax being down, and he finally joins. And there's the GG call. The last kill they find is on the draw. But yeah, I mean, this game, it had to be a GG call, a really fast one. We are looking at a 20k gold advantage, and it was about 15k in experience. Kawaii slipping from one awesome early game into even better mid game. I mean, Jesus, if you have at 20 minutes a level 5 Dagon Bounty Hunter where the entire team even is benefiting from tracks, there's no way you can salvage it. So yeah, we're going into game number 3.